Happy Thursday, YouTube. This is Tired Metalhead Weatherman. I hope you guys are having a good day and having a good evening right now. Got a little bit to talk about here. This is going to be a short video once again. We'll have the weekend forecast tomorrow, but got a little bit to talk about. Today's been a pretty active day, actually, I would say, for severe weather. And then we, of course, have the tropics to talk about. There have been a few changes, some positive, some things have remained the same. But we'll just go ahead and get right into it. Starting out here, we have a marginal risk here, but as of right now, there is no severe watch that's expected in the area in this area at this time around New Mexico. We have another marginal risk area that stretches from the Gulf states all the way up to the Mid-Atlantic, where we have our slight risk as well. We have ongoing severe thunderstorm watch towards the Mid-Atlantic coast, mainly towards Virginia. This also does include the state of Maryland. Has Baltimore and DC in its sights. Handful of severe thunderstorm warnings. Nothing too crazy. The reports today, however, we've had a lot of wind reports. We are sitting at 116 right now, and there's still room for more. Excuse me. So we're sitting at 131 reports right now. Worst of the weather should be ending within the next hour, I would say. But keep an eye out. You never know. There could be more weather. It's been hot. It's humid. You can always get a pole severe storm. Might have to watch this area here for a few more storms to develop later this evening. Maybe one might go severe here. But with a marginal risk, you can never really tell. You can also see here we have a marginal risk on Saturday. Not really going to go into too much detail with that. We talked a bit about Friday yesterday, so there's no real need to talk about that. But we will show what the radar could look like tonight and heading into tomorrow. And then we'll take a look at our upcoming, what is now our potential tropical cyclone. So we're going to the good old HRRR. And this is probably just now starting a new model run. Yep, just now starting one. But it's not loaded yet, so we'll stick with this. It's not in loop mode yet, which really sucks. And here we are. Now we gotta go back to the reflectivity type. Ah, wow, when I did that, it kicked me to the new model. Sorry, technical difficulties. Gotta love it when you're a small channel like me. But here is what we are dealing with right now at this moment. We have decreasing thunderstorm activity around the southeast. There are some storms that are popping up around eastern New Mexico and southwestern Texas. We'll have to watch that as we go into the late evening, overnight hours. Few of those could possibly bowl severe. I don't expect anything magnanimous out of it. So we'll just move this on ahead here. The overnight storm activity dies down. Do have a little bit of activity in the northeast that begins to develop, and then we have this little messy cluster of rain here, maybe an MCS, most likely not, that develops going into Friday. But all in all, it looks pretty quiet. However, if you look towards southern Florida here, you kind of see what looks like that tropical system inching ever closer. So towards Friday afternoon, I think that's when we're going to start to feel impacts from this system. We're going to start getting those little feeder bands that go into it. And this also will increase the severe weather threat, especially for tornadoes. Because we always have to watch that right front quadrant of a tropical system, because that's where the greatest wind shear is, especially once it interacts with land. And whenever you get that kind of turning with the friction over land with the tropical cyclone, tornadoes are always possible. Not guaranteed. But onward we go. Let's actually get a little bit more in depth here with our tropical system here. This is potential Tropical Cyclone One, and we have hurricane hunters that are most likely flying through this right now. They're doing this little crisscross pattern here, which I'm trying to do with my cursor. I do hope to advance this setup soon, so that way I can give you better ideas of what's going on. But you can even see it here. you can see a lot of the clouds and the stormy activity is going to be on the eastern half of the system. There's not really a lot of time for this to get together, but this thing already has 35-mile-per-hour winds. In order to get a tropical storm, you need 40 miles per hour. You need winds of 40 miles per hour. But the thing is, you need an enclosed circulation, and we're not quite. I don't think we're quite there just yet. When we look on the western side of the storm, it's pretty quiet. Like the central point of low pressure is right where they have this X. But if you look to the west of it, not much of anything there. It's very disorganized still. We'll see what it does over the Gulf. I think it can and most likely will strengthen into Alex. Either way, impacts beyond heavy rain, wind, and maybe the isolated spin-up tornado, I don't think this will do a great deal of damage, and it looks like it's moving at a decent pace. I mean, it's moving at 5 miles an hour right now, but based off of what I've been seeing on forecast models, this thing is expected to speed up. We'll have to see what it does, but at the pace that it's moving, I don't expect it to be too big of a problem for Florida beyond the hazards that I've mentioned. But we pretty much have a formation chance of 90%. So we'll have to watch. We'll just do what we've been doing. We'll just keep watching it. So while we're at it here, I figure why not take a closer look at this thing. And we even got into the regional. We even got a look at the southeastern regional map here, just to watch this thing roll in. If we scroll down, we can actually see what looks like maybe some feeder bands that are popping up here at the time we're looking at right now, at our current time. Fumbling my words a little bit. And as you can see, Friday morning we're starting to see some feeder bands coming on according to the NAM, and then these feeder bands will persist throughout the day. And I think right into early Saturday morning, towards the wee hours, I think that's when things start to really go downhill. And Saturday night into Sunday, I expect the NAM expects this to potentially make landfall. Goes through Florida really quick, causes a lot of unsettled weather. It also tap into that moisture flow, so areas like Charleston, Savannah, anywhere on the East Coast here, you guys could be anywhere on the East Coast, maybe even as far north as the Mid-Atlantic, could be dealing with some pop-up storms throughout the day with some tropical downpours through the weekend. So keep your eyes peeled, and we'll just have to wait and see. But that just goes to show how quickly things are going to be changing for a lot of us this weekend. It's also kind of will be a little bit refreshing for some of these areas, because last few days around here it has been baking. Working outside today was pretty rough. I think we hit 91 degrees today with a dew point of 66. I felt halfway like I was swimming out there. I was drenched in sweat by noon. But that's enough rambling about the heat. And this is pretty much all I got for you for today's video. I will have a weekend forecast up tomorrow. I want to say again, thank you guys for these last the last 3 videos, and really this third one as well. I'm appreciating the increase in viewership. I want to interact with you guys more as well, as far as likes and comments too. But these things take time. And either way, I'm happy that even somebody's looking at it. Also wanted to mention one more thing before I go, that I said a while back that if I did 10 likes, because I had someone that I know personally that watches the channel say that they would be interested in like some tutorial videos in regards to some of the terminology I talk about on here. I said if I get a video that has 10 likes on there, I'd do it. I'd make a whole playlist. This video is only 2 likes away. I'm happy to do it, but you guys got to get there. All you need is 2 more likes. But that's all I got. Enough rambling from me. It's been Tyler Metalhead Weatherman. I will see you guys tomorrow.